What is good, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Stay Attached podcast. We are joined by the one, the only Anthony, also known as Shotzzy. He is a Halo World Champion, a two-time Call of Duty World Champion, and the greatest FPS player of all time. And how you doing, man?
Fucking amazing, dude.
You're doing good?
Not the greatest, one of the greatest.
Who would you say is like up there with you? Because like you have World Championship titles in both games, which I don't think anyone else has. So I'm gonna put you as the greatest. But who do you think is up there with you?
I'd say formal for sure.
Okay, yeah. Matt's a good one. Yeah, Matt's up there. Yeah, that's 100.
Honestly, I mean, PC players, you could put fucking Simple up there. Fucking, I mean, who else? Fucking anyone in COD, Scump, Crim. Honestly, the Dynasty.
But you did it in multiple titles though. Like they did it in one. Yeah, I'm saying you're the greatest FPS like overall of all time. Like multiple games and stuff.
Who else ever done it besides like me?
I feel like only you, Matt, Enable.
Oh yeah, Ian.
Season 1 chips in both, but you have. I think you're the only one that has world championships in both games.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
That is true.
So you're the greatest. You're the greatest.
I kind of want to get another one in Halo, but like that's like ODing it though. Like going to like
going back.
Yeah, that actually would kind of go crazy then. But
I mean, realistically, when is the world championship for Halo?
In fucking October, I think, or September. But it's basically like right before the COD's gonna release. Like
wait, I feel like a team would 100% drop. I feel like any team would drop anyone for you because the way Halo people talk about you is literally like you are literally God to them. They're like, oh my, like you did whatever you want. So I guarantee you can get on a team and win another chip very easily.
No, it's funny they say that because, like, bro, if you think about it, like, I haven't competed in Halo since fucking 6 years ago.
6? Damn.
Yeah, it's been 6 years. So, like, I don't know why people. It's funny you say that because, like, bro, whenever I'm in people's chat, like a random ass chat, and it could be a random time of the day, they're always saying some shit about like Shotzy this, Shotzy that, and I'm like, bro, like,
I haven't played Halo.
I have yet to compete. Like, I barely even played the game that's out right now. But
listen, I think you give you a week and whatever team joins win the world championship. Like I'm not, that's no glaze. I'm just being honest.
Like a month to guarantee it.
A
week is a coin flip.
A week is like you're getting in grand finals. A month is guaranteeing the win in grand finals.
Yeah, tight shit.
All right, but first, let me just start by asking, and how do you have by far like the best point of view in every video game you play? Like when you first started playing, was it something you tried to do or did it just come naturally? Like how did this start with you just looking amazing in game?
Honestly, like I feel like playing I feel like the first game that it very started was Halo 3 back from what I can remember because literally like I'm not sure if you played the game or not, but there was so many fucking nerdy ass jumps. I mean, the one that comes to mind off the bat is like on Guardian, Gold 1 and Gold 2, like that little like ledge, and then on the flip side of it, there was S1 to S2.
Yeah,
like, doing those jumps, at least back then, it was so fucking like hard, and I just thought to myself like, yo, I want to fucking master these. And then I kind of just like, I kind of look at like every map like that, where like if I could somehow use this to like my ability or like advantage, and then honestly, I just mastered those jumps, and then for whatever reason, I just had like really good movement doing it as well. I feel like another thing that factored in was obviously playing Claw.
So. Oh yeah, that's true. I feel like Claw players always have like the smoothest looking gameplay, like with the YYs and everything. Everything just looks so good. Because I feel like you and I would probably only say like Hydra are like the two people where I watch COD. I'm like their game legit looks different. Like no one else's point of view looks like this, but your two is like insane. And that's why I mean you're two of the best subs in the game. So.
Yeah, no, me and Paco definitely. Paco's literally the only player that I actually like. I like look at his gameplay and it's like a mirror. Of, like,
yeah, it's literally just a copy, perfectly copied.
It's weird because like I like even when I joined the league and back when I played Halo, like people would always like ask like, yo, who the fuck, who is somewhat close to you, and it would always be like no answer. But like honestly, it's definitely Paco for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean watching you two is honestly like it's fun. It's like legit fun. Like you're two of my favorite players to watch move because I know you're about to do something crazy and it just looks so smooth.
Yeah.
But starting way back, even before Halo, what was the first ever like game you played? Just any kind of game.
From what I can remember, Halo 1.
Oh, Halo. Oh, like the campaign.
Halo. Unless you're talking about like PSP and Nintendo and shit.
I mean, we could start back there. We could go all the way back, like to your origins, the roots.
Bro, I can't even remember the game, dude. But I remember like what's that cube one, bro? The cube one, and then you like put the yellow button, and then like it opens up.
Oh, the GameCube. It was like purple.
Yeah, it's purple.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I played that shit, and then the game that I played was like one of those movies, bro. I don't even know how to explain it, but basically, like, I'm pretty sure you're a fucking squirrel and you gotta like hide or some
Oh,
shit.
oh wait, a squirrel you gotta hide. Is that like
And
Sly Cooper? No.
there's like a turtle, there's like a turtle, there's a raccoon, I think, a fucking skunk. Like it's like a movie.
Oh
But
wait,
that was
wait,
like
wait, Kung Fu Panda?
nah, 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 nah,
Oh,
not that kind of movie.
wait, nah, I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
honestly, people are gonna know. People are like, "Well, be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's the game." But yeah, I played that game, and I don't know, dude. For whatever reason, that shit was fucking addicting. And then, I mean, fast forward to like Christmas is when I got like my first ever Xbox.
Yep.
I think it was Xbox One at the time, Xbox One Slim or some shit like that. I played Halo Reach, and me and my brother shared an account. And yeah, I mean, fucking, I think that was what 12, 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just been playing fucking Halo ever since, to be honest.
Was like your brother who like in your family was like a big inspiration to start playing? Like who got the PlayStation? Was it his idea to get it, and then you just kind of like tagged along as the younger brother, or like what was it?
So when I was really, really young, I used to go to my grandma's house, right?
Yeah.
And my uncle played Halo 2, and he was actually a semi-pro, and not a lot of
really?
people know that. Yeah, he was a semi-pro, and he played like I always watch him play because I mean I'm not sure if you had it like that, but
I was the only
always watched my
child,
uncle
so I
play.
had no one.
Oh shit,
I had no one.
that's fucking unfortunate. But yeah, no, I would always watch my uncle play because
Yeah.
like obviously he hogged the fucking shit because I was hella young, and I saw the way that he held the controller. It was like a claw position, right?
Yeah.
And then any chance that I got to play when it was really, really late at night, and yeah, I fucking would hop on as soon as he was off. I'd fucking pour up a Dr. Pepper in that little blue bottle and fucking play games all fucking night.
That's because you're already at a young age of watching VOD. You're like, yeah, I like this jump. I like that nade. You see how he's turning around, nading behind him?
I was like, damn, this guy's fucking nasty, straight up.
Yeah, that's actually like that's crazy to think because that like actually helps your development in a game because you're not only watching a guy playing Halo, someone who's a professional player playing Halo. So like, he's doing all like the good stuff. So your brain is wired to do that, which is pretty awesome. But then what game was like your last Halo game as a pro, and then you transitioned over to like Call of Duty?
So Halo 5 was the very last one. They actually announced in 2018. Fucking, this is like the last tournament of the season or whatever, like of the game in general. There's like a whole article about it. But yeah, once that was announced, I didn't really think too much of it because I was like 17, and like by then Fortnite came out, and I was fucking addicted to that shit. I'm not sure if you played Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite took over the world,
bro. I was grinding 1v1 wagers on that shit, kill race. Fucking,
yeah.
And then like eventually I bought like a PS4, right? Because like that's when Fortnite was like more popping on like the other console because there was a decent amount of wagers, but like the scene was in like PS4. And I can't PC was probably out by then or some shit. But anyways, yeah, I was playing console, and then I got to a point where I was like, yo, let me like try out Black Ops 4 because I think it like came out like in the same time frame.
Yeah, I think like a year or a little bit after.
Yeah. So then once that COD came out, I tried S&D, and I mean I've always been an S&D kid. Like even back in like fucking Black Ops 3, I've always played, but I've never like actually grinded. And
yeah.
So like fuck it, let me give it a chance just because of the fact that Halo's fucking officially done. I'm like I can't go back to that shit. So I played 1v1 wagers and that shit. I was pretty good at it, and then I met like a duo. I'm not sure if you know Andrew Onyx.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and him started playing against fucking Illy and Sal on their streams, and it would pull like 1,000 viewers. And like, that's kind of how I got my name into that scene as well.
Like just grinding $500 wager matches each.
Bro, we would throw delusional money. It's just because like I don't know, for whatever. Even back in Halo, like I would literally play against fucking Renegade for like $1,000 fucking dollars.
Damn.
Even though he was my teammate in random mates for no reason.
Who would win more?
I would win more, 100%. He definitely would win.
Okay.
I would win more.
So,
sure.
But it was like pretty one-sided. Like he was sending you 8 out of 10 times. He's sending you $500 to $1,000.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, honestly, yeah. No, but that's the thing about like us too is I feel like in that time frame, like the only competition was literally just me and him. In that like specific year.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Tox was obviously really good the previous years, but I feel like that specific year, like me and Renegade were like the top for sure.
I've heard there's like rumor about your Halo team. Don't know if it's true. But they said that you guys didn't want to help any other team get better, so you would just 2v2 versus each other, and that's all you do to practice. And then you show up to the tournament and win every single tournament. How true is that?
It got to a point where like we were scrimming, and it was the most fucking unproductive thing I've ever scrimmed. And like we said to each other, yo, we might as well not even scrim these guys because one, we're not gonna get anything out of it, and two, like they're fucking benefiting because of the fact that like
they're playing a better team.
Yeah, because like Halo back then was more like camp and like, all right, yo, hold this angle for me, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like when we formed this roster, it was like go, go, go. Kind of how like fucking every COD team that I've fucking been on now.
Yeah.
Where it's like more fast paced and like you're trying to like create the chaos.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how we did in Halo, and I feel like no one really adjusted to that, so that's kind of why we didn't really want to scrim anyone.
And then
so
no one
get used to that.
No one could keep up. No one could keep up. What was your first like LAN event ever?
It was St. Louis. I think it was 2000. Fucking, it's either 16 or 18.
Okay.
I don't know how. I was 16 I think it was 15 or 16 years old, and it was St. Louis. I remember pulling up to. Fuck, dude. What's that one? It's not Shake Shack. It's the other one.
Oh, Five Guys or Steak and Shake. Yeah, Steak and Shake. Yeah.
Pulled up to Shake and Shake. And back then, I didn't know like if it was good or not, but low key, the burger that I had was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
yeah, that was random. And anyways, we walked back to our hotel, and yeah, I mean, we got top 6 at that event. That was
pretty good. Who was your teammates for that?
It was Boobadooboo, Falcated, and Shooter.
Oh, okay. So you had like a pretty like I feel like I've heard of them, so they're pretty like known in the Halo scene. So you had a pretty like solid roster.
Yeah, no, they're actually my fucking best friends. They live literally across the street from me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's dope that you can like still stay close even though they're in a whole different game. You're a whole different thing, and like I know how it could be when you're scrimming and practicing every day. I'm sure they are too with Halo, but like it's hard to like really spend time with each other or hang out because we're scrimming 10 hours a day, they're scrimming 10 hours a day, so it's like hard to find that like balance. But
100%.
Growing up, did you ever was gaming and stuff pretty much always your dream job, or did you ever have something else you kind of wanted to do?
Honestly, I didn't really think that far into it. Like the way that I looked at it was like I just love gaming. So like my parents never understood. I mean, I feel like no parents.
No, they never did at the beginning.
Yeah, now looking back at it now, like it makes sense. Like I wouldn't really want my son like doing nothing and not really.
Yeah,
like, it makes sense. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I would just play games, and then like I said, like as soon as I entered fucking my freshman year, like I was already getting paid like a salary, and I didn't really think too much of it. Like I said,
which is like, crazy as a freshman in high school, right?
Yeah,
getting paid a salary, that's like insane.
I was just like, I was just living in the moment, honestly. I didn't really look at like I'm getting paid this, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no. So, I feel like when you're that young, it's like you don't even realize what you're doing. Like you're getting paid money. Like now to look back on it, it's crazy. Like why was a freshman getting paid a salary to play a video? Like that just sounds so weird. But back in the day, you're just like, yeah, I have lunch money now. I could buy some clothes. I could just like do whatever I want. And probably no other kid at your school is getting paid a salary. Yeah.
No, it's funny because like, bro, I was wearing designer shit, and like everyone was convinced like my family was just fucking rich. But
you're like, nah, I'm actually just good at Halo.
Yeah.
Did people at your school know about you gaming?
I got to a point where like when I won the Halo champs, like in 2017.
Yeah, this is
fucking
familiar.
Randomly, this teacher like, the school started. It was my graphic design teacher.
Yeah.
School started, like the classroom started, and then like he said, "Pay attention here" or some shit, and then I turned around, and I didn't even know he's gonna do this, but he basically said like, "Yo, like someone in our classroom recently just won a world championship," and he showed the newspaper to literally everyone, and then from there it was GG.
Yeah,
that's when Fortnite came out. And fucking everyone was asking me like, how do you do this? Like, how do you become a pro? How do you stream? Like all this shit. And but ever since then, literally, honestly, it was kind of like a fucking domino effect. Where, like, as soon as that classroom knew, everyone in their mom was
it spreads like wildfire out there. Like once one person tells another person, everyone knows.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then from there, like my best friends knew, and I didn't even tell my best friend. So it was like,
oh damn,
it was fucking weird. But yeah.
Were you like embarrassed in school about gaming? Because like back then, gaming wasn't like cool yet. Now it's like so popularized. Like every rapper, every athlete, every celebrity, everyone in the world plays video games. But back then, at least when I was in high school and when I won, I think it was like junior year when I wasn't pro yet, but starting to go pro. That's when like I think I got a DM from like one of my teammates on Twitter, and one of my friends saw the DM like, "Who's Looney?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, oh shit!" And then it started coming out. Like, there's a Fox Sports article that got posted about me being a pro. And then I would randomly disappear on Mondays and Fridays on certain weeks. And then, but I was like embarrassed. Like I didn't want anyone to know back then. Was it the same for you in a way?
Not yet. Honestly, like Yeah, it was kind of the same. Actually, not because my friends knew I would game, but it was never like, yo, like I game professionally.
Yeah,
It was
like
like
pro.
more
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it was more like, yo, I'm just gonna play video games for fun type of thing.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I can't remember if I really was embarrassed. I don't know. I don't really care what people think, so like, I probably didn't. But at the same time, like, I didn't tell anyone, so who fucking
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. Because only like my close friends that I played COD with knew, and like they all like quit, but then no one else knew. And so once it comes out, though, it's like, oh shit, people are starting to call me attach at school and stuff. I'm like, bro, I'm like, no, not this.
No, yeah. As soon as people start calling you by your gamer tag, it's
Yeah. Oh man, it was bad. It was bad. But being a Halo pro, what would you say like the most important trait for just any player is to have in that game?
I'd probably say honestly in Halo it's damage, believe it or not. Like
Mm.
I feel like Call of Duty it's more like I don't really know what it is in Call of Duty.
COD, I feel like it's a mix of stuff. I feel like.
Yeah, because I feel like fucking everything matters.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like comms matter. I feel like COD honestly it's probably comms. Well, obviously you have to be fucking gross, but
Yeah.
in Halo it's more damage. Like the more damage you put on the map, like it kind of just allows your teammate to like get space and obviously clean up like the kills that they're weak and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
because comms don't really like, believe it or not, comms in Halo like they definitely matter, but like not to an extent like Call of Duty. So I know how it is in Call of Duty, bro. Whenever it's fucking crazy, the hard point, holy.
Oh,
fuck,
you're just yapping, yapping.
I fucking Rio fucking we're scrimming before champs, and I called fucking the street fucking the submarine, dude. I was
no, I always do that.
Bro, I was calling some insane shit.
Yeah.
Just because like the comms get fasted, like
Yeah, and your brain is just trying to process everything, and then you're saying, "Yo, the street, this door right over here, submarine, top loop, top plane," and you're just calling like wrong things at this point because they're trying to say it happens. I thought it was the only one, so I was like, "Thank God, no!" Like other people actually call it the wrong stuff sometimes.
Oh, trust me, dude. Fuck it. It's because I'm a sub player, and then not only that, like I'm playing so fucking fast.
Oh, bro, like, your game is insane.
Exactly. So,
would you say at like Halo events, is there more trash talk at Halo or like COD events that you hear?
Fuck, I actually don't even know. I say now it's COD. For sure, at least this specific year.
Yeah, I feel like it increased a lot this year for some reason.
Yeah, I actually don't know why. I think everyone's
got bored and started roasting each other.
No, straight up. But I feel like honestly in Halo, it's not even. It's more like hype, if anything. I feel like back then it was definitely like shit talk. That was like the no thing.
Yeah.
Like especially with the gears, but I feel like now it's definitely a lot calmer. But I'd probably say like COD this year, to be honest.
And then you switched to COD after Halo, like Black Ops 4, you officially started like grinding 2v2s and everything. Was there a certain moment when you realized like you are good enough to be a pro COD player, or like a certain moment whether like when you just knew like it's happening, like you're becoming a COD pro?
Honestly, I knew I had the individual skill. The only thing that I didn't really know if I had it was like the fundamentals, because that's like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
At least when you come to Call of Duty, it's like, yo, like you could be good, but like, yo, do you even know how to fuck to play eights or not eights, but like HP and control and all that shit? And then once I like officially got on a team and like fucking I mean, what my first team was obviously like Empire, but once I like started playing that, I felt like the first couple of months was like a learning curve for sure.
Yeah.
And then once I like understood it, then from there I was like, oh, okay, like holy fuck, like him type shit. So.
Yeah. Then he became him, and then he won everything. Was there a certain like player or certain teammate or whatever it was over the years that like you would say kind of like gave you a chance in a way, or just like helped elevate you to become pro?
Kyler for sure, dude.
Kyler,
fucking yeah. I mean, I always tip Kyler because like my options were, I'm not sure if you really know, but in Black Ops 4, I was actually I was still under spliced because of Halo, right?
I remember that.
Yeah, so like my options were because I got a call by like the Ultra guy.
Mm.
I'm not really sure if he still works with him, but he basically gave me the options. He was like, "Yo, you're gonna be on the B team, but you're gonna work your way up, essentially, right?"
Mm.
And obviously, any opportunity given to me at that point, I was down for whatever.
Of course.
But then obviously Kyler hit me up on the side because he was still trying to figure out his team situations. He had offers from like a lot of different teams, and he didn't really know because he kind of just. Yeah, I don't really know. He didn't really know what to do essentially, right? Because he had like Illy and then me also, and then Porter and Krim. So he was all over the place. And then he made his final decision. He was like, "All right, boys, yo, I'm gonna end there and fucking ant. Like, if you're able to join, I'm doing this shit." And from there, I kind of hit up, the Spice guy, and that's when Stro and him started negotiating. And then, luckily enough, fucking Stro bought me out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, but it was to Kyler though. Like Kyler and Stro, to be honest, they're the ones that. They gave me like the a shot, and that's where that's why
That's
I'm
why
at
you're
where
here.
I'm at today.
Yeah, that's why you're here. Because who knows what happens if you're on the B team? Like you would have went pro in COD regardless. Like that's 100% happening, but it just happened sooner. And then your path would have been slightly different too if you had to work your way up from the B team. And then so we could have right now be seeing a Shotzzy, Kleenex, Scrap. That could be the Toronto Ultra right there if they kept you. That would have been crazy.
It's definitely interesting. Like fucking, I mean, you know how it is as a COD like player, bro. Like it definitely matters like how you start your career because of the fact that like people judge your first couple months.
Oh yeah,
like,
heavily.
Even some people, even like fucking Hixie, for example, his career will never make sense to me. He joined the CDL, he got like a consistent top 3, and now like for the entire next year he was not in the league. I don't really understand it, but
it's sickening because he went to his first event as a rookie, won it, played pretty well throughout the whole year. Obviously, he's not like the flashiest. He's just like get the dirty work done. Champs, they get top 2, which is insane to win an event and get top 2 at champs your rookie year. Out of principle, he should have been allowed to be in the league. Like he should have been forced to be on a league team, which is insane. Obviously, there's like other stuff out of game. I know a lot of issues with like visas and stuff, and certain teams don't want to pay that. But like Hixie should have 100% been in the league, finding that much success as a rookie. And then so you have your Empire roster that's formed. How was it like starting to scrim with? Because of course you're teaming with really accomplished players already. Crim6, Clay. I mean, Illy and Hugh were still like pros for a while and like big names and like around this scene for so long. So how was it to start like streaming with them daily?
It was fucking lit, bro. Because honestly, Kyler, I can't remember if he won or not ever since he came back officially from Halo. I know he won back then in AW, but I can't remember if he won or not. But anyways, like he was hungry to obviously win. Yeah. And then you had Ender. I mean, bro, you know Ender. Like that guy fucking
whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
He only wants to win, right? Yeah. And then obviously me, I want to fucking win. And then Clay obviously with his passion, and then Porter with fucking a million rings or a million championships. Yeah. It was just a winning environment. And like I feel like whenever you have that environment going into like a season, it's just motivating because you want to like just win it for each other essentially.
Yeah, of course.
And that's kind of just our mindset. Like I was like a sponge, bro. Like it was my first year. Anything anyone told me, I was down to do it, regardless of the fact that if it was fucking I disagreed. Yeah. I mean, an example I could give you is fucking. I was using ATS back when it was. No one knew it was like broken, right? I was using ATS because like I actually liked it because you didn't have to like click in.
Yeah, you just go.
It felt like a normal fucking game. So, I practiced the entire month leading up to like the very first. What was it? The opening
Minnesota home opening? Series. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Minnesota home series.
Yeah. So I pull up the scrims. And I can't remember. All I remember is I was fucking flying. That's all I remember. I was getting like 40 deaths. And then Clay was like, all right, yo, take that shit off. Take that shit off. And I was like, dude, are you sure? And then, bro, I took that shit off. And then, I went into the match raw dog, taking ATS off.
Oh, no.
And I got fucking slammed.
Oh, wasn't that? It was like Hackney Dom or something where you got slammed?
Hackney Dom, literally, I was in the trap and it was GG.
I mean, bro, when you were in the trap on that map, it was so chalked. It doesn't matter what you were doing. Like it was just and you die in 2 bullets to the AR, so it was just chalked with a sub.
F4, dude. You'll never forget that shit.
Oh my god, yeah,
that's like an example. Like, bro, I was down to do whatever. You tell me, bro. Even Porter told me to fucking change my sense to 6'6" to 5'5". I did it. I became God. Yeah. But like, I was just down to do whatever. Even like, I mean, that's why I took Kyler as well. Cause like, bro, going into champs, this guy legit. I can't remember like who ran what or whatever. I think I can't remember. Yeah, there was 2 trophies I think only that game, but I'm pretty sure either Clay or Porter, like Kyler was like, "Yo, fuck it, like give me smoke trophy." And leading up to champs, he literally just randomly wanted to change it, and then he was just doing everything, like having a smoke, a trophy, and like being our entry player was just fucking insane.
Yeah, that's like a hard job too. You're literally doing everything.
Yeah, everyone on the team was just like very like just selfless. Like they were just down to do whatever, and that's kind of I feel like that's like the biggest reason like why we won.
Yeah, that was crazy. I still remember that Minnesota home series, man. You had the greatest bounce back of all time. They were calling you Botsy. End of the year, you're the MVP. So that
year is pretty crazy to think about. Like that was crazy.
That was insane. So I'm switching over to Halo. Was there like anything you found slightly difficult at COD, or was it just like did it all kind of just come naturally?
Honestly, the only thing would be fucking comms, bro.
Oh,
I feel
just
like
comms.
for whatever reason, dude, at Halo, like I was just so godlike to the point where like I legit didn't really have to say much other than like just the basics, like
Yeah.
yo, pull the flag or like yo, I'm behind you or like you know just stuff like that. Whereas with Call of Duty, like it fucking matters what you say.
Oh yeah,
Like your
yeah,
information on the map, especially like the way that I play, like the information that I get, like
yeah.
it matters like what I relate to my teammates, and that was like the biggest adjustment that I had to get like used to. And once I like got that down, I'm still like working on it, believe it or not.
Oh, of course. I
Like
mean,
I feel
everyone
like
does. No one has perfect comms. Like, it's still always a work in progress, even 10 years later. Like,
yeah,
you can always
no,
improve.
no, 100%. Because for whatever reason, at scrims I be yapping, but in matches I turn into a fucking ninja. But
Listen, if you
yeah,
run around drop 40, your teammates will, you say a couple comms, you drop 40 and you do everything, your teammates can pick up the rest. It's not like that big of an issue. Like sometimes with teammates, it's like, all right, if my teammate is going to run around and drop 40 like Shotzzy, he can do whatever he wants, barely calm, do the minimum, and we'll calm everything. But you're not Shotzzy, and you need to start calming more if you're not going to run around and drop 40 like Shotzzy. So start calming more. That's hilarious. Is there anything going back on, like looking back on your rookie season, obviously you found a ton of success, but is there anything you would tell yourself when you were younger, like just prepare for, like any advice you would give yourself essentially?
like you're saying like at my younger self, like to where I'm now, or
Oh yeah, just younger self, like to whether it's competition wise, in game, out of game stuff. Like what would you do now that you've achieved, you have a huge brand on the top teams, world champion? Like what would you like give yourself advice for if to a younger you who hasn't accomplished all this yet?
I just know how it is being a competitor. I feel like my biggest trait, like as soon as we lose, or like even when teams go into slumps. I mean, you know how it is. Like in Call of Duty, like there's moments where like your team goes in slumps, and even individually. And I feel like whenever you get in those slumps, and I feel like you just have to like take a step back and realize. At least for me, the teams that I've been on, it's more of like we're overcompensating.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you just play the game how it should be played, and if you should, the decisions you make in game, if you think it's the best one, just do it. And I feel like when you don't overthink, you kind of just make the best plays in general. So
yeah,
that's kind of like the only advice that I would really give myself and fucking honestly anyone.
Yeah, 100%. Because like
you just don't overdo.
When your people start struggling, your team starts to bat a little bit, then everyone tries to do way too much, and then it makes things even worse. Where like if you just simplify the game, everything will go back to normal. But it's so hard when you're in the moment because you want to try to do more to get out of it, but trying to do more to get out of it actually could put you back, make the cycle worse. So it's crazy how it works because it is crazy. But so you had a good like MW season, rookie year. You won a MVP, you won a ring, a couple events as well. Going into Cold War, you of course had to drop Clay because like it went back from 5v5 to 4v4, which is unfortunate. Cold War, you guys had a pretty solid season. I think you got a couple top 2 placings, but you never won that event, which was kind of expected out of you guys. What would you say is like your biggest issue as a team in that Cold War year?
Cold War felt like a fucking. That shit felt like I don't even know, dude. That was such a weird year. Like I remember going into that year. We had to drop, someone. And unfortunately it was Clayster. And then first event, I think, we literally got second place. I think we lost to FaZe in the grand finals. And we had like a good first couple months. Like we had good practice. I remember we were like top 3 teams going in.
Yeah.
And then obviously when we dropped Kyler, that's kind of when like everything just shifted weirdly. Cause like we played a fella as a sub player. And then for the longest time, we're trying to replace Kyler. And we couldn't really find like a good replacement. And then from there we got like Vivid, and I think like you said, we got a couple of second place finishes, and then
I think you got like a top 3 at champs too. I think.
Oh yeah, we did get top.
Yeah.
Did we get top 3?
I think you got top 3 at champs.
Yeah, we did. Oh yeah,
you did.
Oh, yeah, we lost to Ultra actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't know. That team, we're definitely good. I can't even remember the year. I'm not gonna lie. It was more like disagreements. I feel like that was like the biggest thing with me and like Porter, because obviously like he's like the more vocal one.
Yeah.
And I feel like me and him just didn't really see eye to eye. And like I mean that happens with like players. Like someone thinks this way and the other person thinks this is how you should play the game, and that's kind of like what made that year like a lot of just ups and downs for us individually or as a team at least.
Yeah, because when you're on the same page, like it's just gonna build inconsistencies because like 2 people are doing different. Everyone's doing different things essentially. But still not a bad year, nonetheless. Like you guys still had top placings. Of course, you just couldn't get over that final hump to. Because I know you guys almost won Major 4 I remember you guys almost won. It was like game 5 or game 9 raid. You lost like 6-4 S&D versus FaZe. I remember that.
Did we?
Yeah.
Jesus, that's annoying.
You're like, oh shit, that unlocked a memory. Damn, I can't believe we didn't win that.
Was that on LAN or was that?
Yeah,
online?
that was the first LAN back after COVID.
Shit, really?
It was the first LAN back after COVID.
I actually didn't even remember that.
So that year happens. Going into the off season, when did you find out about the whole NV OpTic merger? Like, how did that come to be about?
I legit all I remember is I was back home in my hometown.
Yeah.
And I'm literally outside of fucking Save Mart or some shit. And I'm in my car and I get a call from Ray. And then that's when he was like, yo, OpTic's gonna, I think they're merging. It's like a 78.9%. I'm like, 78.9. He's like, yeah. He probably didn't say 0.9, but he's like 78%. And I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, cause I didn't really ask questions. He was like, yeah, man, like, yeah, just sit tight. Like, we're gonna figure it all out within the next couple of days. And then that's when, like, I think the following day, right after that, I got another phone call saying like, it's 100%. This is gonna be the roster, like blah, blah, blah. And then, I mean, from there, we kind of just got on the calls and we're saying like, yeah, we're excited, like all this other shit. And yeah, that's kind of how I found out.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cause that's like the biggest teams in COD, like OpTic from back in the day, MV from back in the day, like those were, even in the COD 4 GB days, those teams were huge. So like to finally merge together, then you were probably just mind blown because you probably didn't think you didn't think it was a possibility at all, and all of a sudden the orgs are together now. So that was insane.
Bro, I was super mind blown because like that shit just made no sense to me.
Yeah,
like emerging in the CDL, like I just even thinking about it right now, that's like fucking that's anyone combining as one. That shit's just crazy to me. But yeah, I felt like my career just been fucking someone blessed my shit. Like I said, like it started with like Kyler taking a chance on me.
Yep.
To the fucking this merge shit. Now like it's crazy.
Hey, they blessed you, but you made the most of it too. Like if you were a bad teammate or you didn't work as hard, you would have got blessed once. It would have went bad because you weren't that good or a bad teammate, whatever about it was. Then you stopped getting blessed. But you've been working hard. You've been taking care of everyone. You've been finding success. So it pays off. You earned it. You earned it. So it's good. But enough for like competitive for a little bit. I know joining OpTic's probably different. I've never been on OpTic, but seeing them from the beginning till now, they've always had an emphasis on content and building a brand and having a community, a family, and like making that their most important thing. Because without OpTic, we wouldn't be here playing these tournaments, making money, and people wouldn't be watching COD. They literally brought the attention into Call of Duty. So like when you joined, did you start doing content? Like what was your mindset with that?
Yeah, honestly, my mindset was just like, just take what the opportunities have been given to you, and that's obviously like the biggest thing is content.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, believe it or not, they didn't really like push you to do content. It's more of like you should do it because of the fact that X, Y, Z, like everything would just be beneficial for you. And I mean, like you said, like just even watching like Shump's career, like not only as a player but as like a content creator as itself, like I kind of just wanted to like fill his shoes in a way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that was like my biggest thing going into OpTic, and I've definitely tried my best doing that. I mean, you know how it is. It's kind of hard doing streams and streaming.
Oh no, for sure. But you're killing it though. You're killing it. I mean, your streams are popping off. Your YouTube videos are going crazy. You got multiple channels as well, so like you're absolutely killing it. You're definitely the face of the league. So hey, that's pretty fire. You're doing a great job. But back on to competitive wise, the Vanguard season happened. Didn't you guys win the first event right in Vanguard?
Usually the first or second. Oh yeah.
It was the first one, wasn't it? Yeah.
If the first one was Texas, because I just remember it being in Texas.
Yeah, the first one was in Texas. I think you guys reverse swept FaZe at some point.
No, did we?
I think you guys did. I think you guys did. Hey, you don't remember? You don't remember what's happening in these matches?
I just remember Gavitu. It's like 5 to like 16 or something, or maybe like 7 to 17, and then Alex controller or Alex like LiDAR or something like that, and then we had to reset. And then Scump looked at the ref saying, "What the fuck? Like we're resetting that shit." Yeah, it was a movie, but I didn't know we fucking what's that shit called? Reverse swept them?
Reverse swept. I think you did. I think you reverse swept them. And then you 6-0'd them on Tuscan S&D game 5, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I was fucking that first. I remember that shit. That was fucking. I swear the green wall gets me fucking crazy. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's bro. That momentum's probably just insane. Once like it gets started, it's impossible to stop. And then you go on to your teaming with Scump. How was it having Seth as like a sub duo? Because obviously he's the best sub of all time in Call of Duty. So how was it teaming with him at, like, because you were still 2 years into the league, but like you're still relatively young. So what'd you pick up from him, and like, yeah, what'd you learn from him?
Yeah, honestly, like going into the team, I thought it would be more of like kind of him and not Brandon, because I know he's not really like an IGL, but like kind of like Seth, because I didn't really know how Seth was like as a teammate. Like I didn't know like Seth for Seth, and yeah, I thought it was gonna be more of him like, you know, kind of being like, yo, we should do this, right? But Seth is like a sponge. He's literally just like me. He just fucking shoots straight, and he just does whatever anyone tells him, and that's kind of like what was interesting and what teaming with Seth. Yeah, it's just funny looking back, because like even in S&D, I would tell him like, yo, sit here for me, even if it feels like the most boring shit, and he would just do it.
Yeah.
And it's just funny because like even if we would win, like he would just be like, yeah, I did that shit. And it was just funny looking back at it, because like he was so down to do like the dirty shit.
No, that's good. It's always easy to work with people that are like easy to work with. Like they're open to new things and trying new things. They're not just like stuck in their ways.
Yeah, that was what's like interesting, because like I feel like Seth shouldn't even be doing that, but he was just down to do it.
Yeah. And then you guys had like a decent Vanguard year. I know you guys won the event. Then it was kind of like up and down. You got a couple of top placings and everything. Then the off season hits, and there was rumors of you joining FaZe. Were you actually close to joining FaZe, or was that just kind of like, how, or was it realistic?
Yeah, I mean, literally, I'll never forget that day. Fucking, I was in my old room in my house, my old room, and phone calls are going left and right. I'm on the phone call with Ray and Hector, and then on the other side, like FaZe have like a group call, and I'm pretty sure they're waiting for me. But yeah, I mean that shit was interesting, because I definitely wanted to join FaZe, because I've already talked about this, but like the situation that I was in, like Seth thinking about like leave or retiring, and then I had no other, like we just dropped in there and Brandon, so it was almost like I kind of just had no one. Like I had no one around me, obviously besides like OpTic, which like I love them, but like as like a team,
player wise, like a teammate wise,
I felt like I was just left alone in a way, and that's kind of why I was like, I broke it down to them. I was like, yo, like I'm legit. I want to be on OpTic. The only way I say is if, you know, Seth, like, you gotta compete with me. Like, ain't no way.
Seth, you're not retiring.
Yeah, ain't no way I'm going in like picking up like everyone, and that's kind of what happened. Seth was like, just, I forgot what the answer that he gave me, but he was on the fence about it, and then like eventually I kind of convinced him, and then what year was that? That was MW2.
That was MW2, like going into MW2.
Oh yeah. So that's how that happened, and then from there we got Seth back on board. I convinced him, and that's when like the whole Illy and the Indra. So the way that brought about was like Seth wanted to give it Brandon a chance, right?
Yeah.
And I was super down for it. I was down to like give, you know, because I definitely deserve, like, I'm a believer that like people deserve second chances, like second chances. Yeah. And well, obviously it depends what they do. Obviously.
Yeah, of course it depends, but yeah.
It depends what they do. And I was like on track with that, because I feel like Brandon probably, like looking back at it, I mean, the way that I went about it was like Brandon probably like realizes like, oh shit, like, because he understands. Like, we would always tell him like his problems. It was more of like, just like in game, like it's more like energy. Like when you go into scrim, it almost felt like he didn't. Like he was obviously trying to win, but it portrayed as like a very low energy. And
just like low effort in a way. Pretty much.
It like fucking, what's that shit word called? It like fed to like us. If that makes sense.
Oh, fuck, I can't think either. Not contaminated. It spread.
It spread.
Yeah, it spread to you guys.
To us. And that was kind of like our thing, and like it didn't really like feel like scrims were productive and all that other stuff. So, that was like my biggest thing. So I kind of like, we all discussed like, yo, like what we need to work on going into like the next year, and even like the whole Ender situation with this, like
there was a lot of drama. I remember.
It was like the Ender situation with like the thumb, and even like him and Ender were like clashing heads as well. So like the team was kind of like broken. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. SAEs were being called in. There was just so much drama happening, like for OpTic for that season. That was crazy. Those, I don't know who, but those scumbags were going crazy. They were going crazy.
You were on that team, right?
No, I was benched. I was benched when they did that. I don't know. Rocker benched me, so they benched me. No, I think I was on the roster when that happened. I can't remember, but they benched me. So
who was the one? The Cammy did it?
yeah, it was Cammy.
That's funny, dude.
Oh, what a time!
Funny.
What a time!
It's funny looking back at it because like every single time people argue, it's always like on the game. It's never like something that we could actually like fix ourselves, if that makes sense. For example, like snaking.
Oh, yeah,
like if someone snakes us, like it's literally like I don't even blame him because it's the game. It's just like a mechanic in the game, and like
people are naturally gonna do it sometimes. Like you're naturally gonna do an extra pump. You're gonna pump 3 times on accident just because you're used to it. Like
it's just like you want to stay alive, and you like what it. That's why it's fucking like AIDS. It like triggers me, but like at the same time, like I understand it. So it's just like it's fucking weird. But
we had a crazy year. I just had Ghosty on the pod. He joins your team as a rookie, which probably one of the only rookies to join OpTic ever in a season. You guys got a couple top placings as well. Like 2 seconds. Weren't able to close on the finals, but still like really good placings and probably more than what people expected out of like the roster since all the drama started.
Same. Literally, I'm sure. Honestly, it's fucking same. I actually didn't even know like Dan was that. I don't know, because I remember the way that we went about it was like, I think we dropped in there.
Yeah.
And then, fucking, I think Haggy gave Brandon like a list of names or some shit.
No way. No way.
But
Parasite.
Brandon randomly hit me up. He's like, yo, what do you think of this kid? Right. And then like, I remember him texting me saying, yeah, bro, he's throwing trophies behind like in good spots and shit. Right. That was like the first thing Brandon brought up about it.
Was throwing trophies in good spots.
It's just funny because like, for whatever reason, little shit like that catches my eye because like, I don't know how to explain it, but like
that it is a skill gap in a way though. It truly
like,
is.
A lot of people think that like a trophy in a specific skill matters, but
it does a lot.
I feel like in quarter specifically, like that shit actually did matter. There was spots where like on Checkmate, for example, you could literally put trophies in the boxes on that street hill.
Yeah.
And people couldn't even.
They can't shoot it, so like they have to the trophies will eat the tack no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas if like this game, it didn't really matter as much, only because of the fact that when you would die, your fucking trophy
is gone.
Is gone. So.
Damn. So a trophy placement. A trophy placement got Ghosty on OpTic. Shout out Dan, man. Great trophies.
Yeah, shout out for the trophy placement.
This is a learning lesson. Does it take skill to throw a trophy? What do? You hit the R1 and R2 on your controller. That's it, right?
No, not me. Or actually, what the?
Well, you hit the bumpers or triggers. One of the two. I think it depends.
Yeah, the bumpers.
Does that take mechanical talent to throw a trophy?
Honestly, like. Believe it, I can't remember what.
Or does it take brain? What do you think it takes?
Oh, you're asking me.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Oh, fucking no, that's just second nature.
That's just effort. That's just like literally like the small thing effort. You put a trophy to where it can't get shots and block things.
Not a lot of these challenger players are throwing damn trophies, man.
Listen, you got the movement god who has the best movement in every video game he plays telling you to just throw your trophy in a better spot. That's all you need to do.
And literally some nerd shit, and you might get picked up. Is what I'm saying.
Literally, you might join OpTic next year. So Ant will be and Brandon will be looking for the trophy placement.
That was literally it. I'm not even joking. Like I can't remember if I could pull it up, but that was like one thing that he brought up, and then from there he kind of went on like I think it was his comms. I think that was the biggest thing as well. Like I think Haggy was gassing his comms, and then from there. Literally that like following week or whatever, I'm pretty sure Florida was actually doing like pickup scrims with them.
Yeah, I think that's what he said. Yeah, he was playing Florida.
So then from there, we kind of went from hitting him up, and then I don't even think we tried him. I think we literally just signed him right there and then.
Yeah.
And then we just started scrimming, and then fucking the biggest thing I noticed was obviously like the comms. That shit was crazy. Like he's a player to where like for whatever reason. At least in challengers, like you said, or not like I said, but he was more of a slayer. Like he has insane KD and all this other shit. That was like that was like the talking point, like at least with him. But like whenever he joined our team, he loved the fucking hill. I don't know why, but I mean he was good in the fucking hill. Don't get it twisted. Like if we were all dead and he had a 1v2, he would do it more often than not.
Yeah. Hey, but I mean you guys found success too when you got him, so. You were all doing something right. He was doing something right. And then that is a lot of pressure for a rookie to just join OpTic in the middle of the year and then instantly find success. Like that's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, it definitely is for sure.
And then that season comes to an end. Still a pretty decent season. A lot of craziness is happening. You formed this new team, Kenny, Pred, Dashy, Shotzzy. Did you feel like there was more pressure with this roster than others because there was literally like no excuses anymore. It was just like you have the best players possible. You gotta perform. Like, or what it feel like?
It finally felt like I had a team that I didn't think was gonna go through like a like any sort of in-game shift. That makes sense because like if you think about all my other years, like when it comes down to let's think after MW 2019. So we had Cold War, we had the Kyler situation.
Yeah,
we'd play with Vivid, we play with Fellow,
yeah.
right? So we are like kind of just fucking swapping players in and out, and then
Vanguard,
we had the Ender situation where Ender's thumb was injured, and then we had to play with Prolute.
General, I remember.
General, and then we had what was the next year? Vanguard.
No, MW2.
Wait, MW2. We're Seth retired. And then we got Kyler, and then we got Dan. So every year has been like some fucking insane shit. But like this is like the first year where I went in and like knowing that like, all right, like lock it in. The only problem that we should have is obviously like in game, and like I feel like we're men enough to like discuss fucking whatever we have in our chests.
Yeah.
And that was like the biggest thing with this team is like I didn't really feel like any pressure because I had like an actual team and we felt like a team.
Yeah, you knew like it was just gonna like work essentially. Because you had a team, like you had great players, nothing bad was gonna happen. Like you just knew, it was time. It was time.
100%. And I mean that's all I remember honestly. No pressure other than like we just want to win. So.
Yeah, I mean you guys had a great year. I think you started the year off like what, second, third, then you won your major 3, I believe. You won major 3. Yeah. So you guys were playing amazing. How were scrims going into like major 3? Like, was it one of those ones where you're like, yeah, like we're probably gonna win this? Because it seemed like you were getting better and better as the year went on.
Major 3, I'm not gonna lie, I cannot remember, but 100% they were good. Like any team anytime I win an event specifically, like my team would do is because of like our scrims have been going well. Like I don't think I've ever won an event where like my scrims were like mid as fuck. And, like we've actually won the event on some like lucky shit, but. I'm pretty sure major 3 was obviously really good. I think our biggest thing from what I can remember is like we're working on map pools. I think we're working on like high rise S&D specifically, and then high rise control. Oh yeah, that was the biggest thing. Like high rise control we fucking hated. Yeah. And then going into major 3, like that was just our biggest thing. Like yo, actually lock in for this fucking scrim. So yeah, that was like our biggest thing, and then from there we kind of just like started using that into our map pools, and people didn't really like understand why we were playing that map. Yeah. But yeah, we really liked it. So.
Hey, it paid off at the end of the year. Expanding the map pool, practice, being good at multiple maps, paid off at the end. But of course, after Major 3, sorry to burst the bubble, Ant, but we had to talk about Major 4, man. What was happening? You want to see different teams make it to champs? You're giving out free wins to all the bottom teams like myself, Carolina, Boston.
I was just trying to go to Scum 20, man.
Like, yeah. You guys all missed that, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately. But
that's why.
I definitely wish. I wish, like, if I could see the future and I knew that we're gonna place fucking last place, fucking not win a match for entire month, I definitely would have went to fucking just win. But I mean that one that major specifically was like I said, like the how like teams go in humps or slumps, and they kind of like our biggest thing is that we were adjusting everything to everyone. We were saying like, yo, right here you should have done this, right here like this is our game plan, like blah 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 blah. We were literally just doing all that essentially, and doing a VOD. If anything, we're probably doing a little too much. And we went into like all these scrims trying to like play the game way too fundamentally correct, which like ideally that's like how you want to play. But we were kind of just second guessing ourselves. And throughout the entire month and a half, like that's what we were doing. And even like S&D, I mean, our S&D was fucking horrendous. Like we didn't even win fucking. We were on a 12-game losing streak, so damn. I feel like that catered into like those S&Ds. We were second guessing like our man up advantages, and I feel like when you play like that, it's just so fucking awkward. And our biggest thing is like we had a call after major 4, and we kind of just like addressed like everyone had like they're saying like what they think is going wrong, and I feel like once we had that talk, we kind of just locked in for champs, and the rest was fucking history.
Yeah. I mean, I knew a team with like your players and your success. It was because people made it seem like your season was done or whatever after. I was like, bro, they placed third, they placed second, they won an event. Obviously, an off major can happen, which you guys had the off major. But I was like, this team is gonna bounce back at some point. So like going into champs, I had you guys top 2 at least in champs. You ended up winning it though. But I knew you guys were going to bounce back. I knew you guys were going to like bounce back and be competitive. Like there's no way they play in front of the hometown team, the green wall, and they don't show out. Like so, I knew you guys were gonna bring it back. But yeah, was that probably the biggest thing? Like you just hashed everything out over that phone call after Major 4?
Yeah, because no, I felt like that was like the biggest thing. Because like from there, everyone was kind of just motivated. Like everyone's like, all right, like the big one's up. Like we just gotta lock the fuck in because literally just scratched like that fucking month and a half, 2-month period.
Yeah.
Of that slump that we just had. I can't remember. Were we scrimming you guys in that slump? You might. I mean, you could probably even like what's that word? Like you could probably chime in and say like if we were playing. I think we did scrim you guys a little bit.
Yeah, I think we probably did a little bit. I don't know. Our team scrims are so day to day sometimes. I think our team scrims were like, is everyone awake? Is everyone calling out? Is everyone trying? Like, so it's very day to day. Sometimes we could play really good in scrims, and sometimes we could play not so good. So it's I don't remember. I'm in the we're in the mix every day, so I can't really remember much that goes on. But you won champs, bro. What did you think of the crowd? What did you think of the setup? Because personally, I went for the Saturday. I've never heard a COD crowd so loud. They're probably louder on Sunday for you guys, but I've never heard a COD crowd so loud. I think that was the perfect venue too. But how do you like it?
That shit was lit. I feel like that walkway going up to the stage was like a fucking like I don't know how to explain it because like you know when you're like backstage and you're waiting and like you go up on stage and like they're screaming and shit.
Yeah.
But like I feel like going through the walkway before going up to the stage was like some I don't know. I just got like an extra boost of fucking adrenaline.
Yeah.
Because like they're going crazy. Sick. I feel like I'm fucking a Cristiano Ronaldo. Fucking, you know what I'm saying?
All the fans like, hey, I love you.
Bitches bumping everywhere.
Yeah. So. No, that looked insane. I love how like the stages or the setups are facing each other now. So like it encourages more trash talk. That's probably why it's happening. Yeah. The stages are facing each other. 100%. So like at other events, it's kind of awkward. You have to like stand up and like, yo, you suck. But like they just look forward. But now it's just like you're looking straight at them. They can't look anywhere else. You're staring at them in the eyes. So that was crazy.
The front to front, whatever the fuck you call it, that shit's lit.
Yeah,
they definitely should like always do that. Obviously, it's like probably hard, but
yeah,
like you said, it definitely like it motivates you to trash talk just because like they're literally right in front of you.
Yeah, so. They're right in front of you. You shit on them. You gotta say something.
Oh, for sure.
So now you got your Halo ring, 2 COD Champs rings. I don't even know how many total event wins you have, but it's probably a lot. Like, what are your goals now for competition for the rest of your career? Because you're still young.
Yeah, honestly, just to keep winning, dude. Like, I feel like that winning, that like having or that winning moment, like you never get to be honest with you. Like,
now that winning moment, like when you know you're about to win.
Yeah, it's just something that like I'm always gonna keep chasing as a competitor, and you know I'm gonna do it as long as I could. And yeah, I mean, yeah.
Do you have any numbers in your head, like this many rings or this many chips, or just like
my full hand? I want to get my full hand at least. To the
so at least like 5 rings, minimum 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Minimum 5 for sure.
So you're at 3 right now total. 2 more.
Yeah,
definitely doable.
Obviously, I want to get fucking both hands.
Of course.
Obviously, but ideally, fucking one hand. So,
yeah. At least fill up one hand, and then we can go from there. And then cyber content or competing. What's your goals with content? Because you've been absolutely killing it. Biggest stream, biggest YouTube channel in COD competitive. So like, what's your goals for that long term?
Long term, just make it fun. Obviously, you know, be as big as I can and just have fun with it. Because my main thing right now is obviously competing, but
of course,
you know, later, obviously, when I retire and stuff like that, you know, I definitely want to do content just because like it's fun. I fucking love doing content. That's just lit.
Yeah, I mean, you literally have the personality for it too. Like I feel like I've never seen you mad. Like actually, do you actually do you get mad sometimes? Like fucking actually rarely. Mad? I never see you like actually mad. Like I see you like trolling, but it's rare. You're always happy and smiling.
I don't know why. I feel like I've always been like that. I don't really
That's
know.
Good.
Actually, whenever I was really young, I used to nerd rage.
Yeah, yeah, I think we all did.
Other than that, like, I don't know. I'm just calm, bro. Simple as
that. Yeah, that's good. Keep a calm, level head. Because when I was young and playing COD, I would literally grab my controller and like start banging it on my desk. And then I don't know how my parents didn't like. I don't know. My parents probably should.
They wanted to lock you up. I promise you, but they just didn't.
I used to grab like random objects around me. Like I always see like quarters and coins around me. I would grab them and chuck them at the wall, and there would be like dents and stuff in the wall. When I was like 11, 12 years old, losing GB matches and stuff, I was a psychopath.
Like I was just nerd raging at the fucking my teammates. Honestly, like, why the fuck are you doing this?
Yeah. Yeah, I would be breaking stuff. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I broke so many of those Xbox. You know those Xbox 360, like the mic, where it's like the mic piece and just like the little headset. Yeah. Bro, I would be breaking those all the time.
Those were literally plastic. No bullshit.
Yeah, $20, and I broke many.
That's funny.
Last but not least, an important thing is coming up. We have Black Ops 6 releasing. You already know my take on it, but do you think it will be the best Call of Duty or best video game of all time?
Truly, yes. I know that, you know, like you said, you'd probably see this shit every year.
I know. Bro, people don't see the vision this year, and I see it.
But, bro, this is the first COD where we have... Fuck, I can't... Is Omni Movement the directional one?
I think so. Or it's like when you dive in. I think it's Omni Movement.
Yeah, because I'm not... Yeah, I think Omni Movements were like the directional where you go left and you're actually running like the left and you could like shoot straight. But I feel like, I don't know, having that implemented, I feel like that's, I mean, like Kent said in like I forgot where he said it, but he basically said that like that's how like Call of Duty games should fucking like feel.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's a pro player, so I fucking trust him. So
yeah.
Not that, and then like the fact that you could dive and shoot, like that shit.
That's gonna be crazy.
Insane. I'm sure it's gonna be broken, but I mean, we'll see.
I can't wait to be like, oh my god, yeah, how'd you die? I mean, Shotzy just dove across the doorway and killed me. I was on the head glitch. He killed me on the head glitch when he dove across the doorway, and I couldn't shoot him. So that's it. I'm actually excited for that though. That's gonna be so fun.
Nah, it's gonna be fucking lit for sure.
Because you could sprint in every direction, you could dive, turn around. It's gonna just look absolutely insane.
It's gonna be turned.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But Ant, that's it for me. Since we aren't live, there's no chat to ask questions. Unfortunately, we want to surprise the people, but is there any people, teammates, family members you want to give a shout out to at this point? Because wait, how old are you?
23. I just turned this month.
Oh man, you're getting old. You're a veteran old, now. Dude. You're an old man now. That's crazy. You're getting old, you're getting up there. Getting up there. But yeah, who are the people that have just helped you get to this point, that are looking for out for you still to this day? Like, who are those people that do it?
Everyone in OpTic. Obviously, there's way too many names to thank them. I'd probably say like obviously the main guy, Hector.
Of course.
Scum, obviously, and then shout out my teammates. You know, I feel like we did this for each other. And then the Green Wall. Y'all are fucking crazy, bro. Y'all go crazy regardless how, you know, up and down we are throughout the season. So we obviously appreciate that. So
hell yeah.
Thank y'all.
Shout out the Green Wall. Shout out Hector, Seth, the teammates, all legends. And thank you so much for joining us. I know you're a busy man. I'll send the wire transfer over for your $1 million for an hour of your time. But nah, for real. Thank you for coming on, bro.
Later, boys. Peace.